Alright, so this is the parking area of Hilton Grand Vacations Club Ocean Oak. And for Tower 1, which is where we are, this is kind of the entrance. You have to go like around behind the check-in building to this garage where there's like hardly any parking. And then, yeah, come to this elevator bank, I think. I hope this is where I'm going. Best I could make of the instructions. It's also the middle of the night. So, you know. Hey, it turned green. That's a good sign. So we're going up to the 5th floor. All right, well, this is our first walkthrough of Ocean Oak. 2-bedroom. So it's like the first bedroom. So it's got the 2 beds. A little random TV playing. I don't know why. Bathroom. Nice. And yep. And this is on my new DJI Osmo 5. So I don't know if this is actually stabler. This is the kitchen area. Washer. Okay. Looks like an area I can use, hopefully for work. I see power right over here. And yeah. Living room. The other bedroom. King size bed. And this bathroom, a shower, a tub. Man, all right. Let's see. Tomorrow, hopefully, in daylight, I can see if we can see any of the ocean from here. There's some hope that we can. Alrighty. Okay, so it's the next morning. One of the things I found, this is a washer and dryer here in the unit, kind of standard. Not as nice as the ones in Ocean Enclave, but I don't know, this is kind of the standard in every other place I've been. And now, after a little bit of time, we also realized they've got this interesting little table here. And I'm just wondering what people think this is for. Why? We have Scrabble on top of it right now, but why is there just a recessed hole in the top of this table? Is this actually like just an ottoman? This is just to rest your feet on? I mean, this is kind of soft, but you wouldn't want to sit on it because, again, there's this big, hard, recessed thing. Kind of weird. This is also a pull-out couch, I verified. Just kind of pick that up and you can see. So I guess with the 2 beds in the 2nd bedroom and a pull-out couch, you can get more people in here if someone's willing to sleep here in the living room. There's a lot of nice things set up here where you've got your plugs for things, but also hidden in different locations is things here, which is additional plugs and USB charging. So Helen at least has gotten the message that you kind of need places to plug things in. So here is the balcony. This is, yeah, the view you can get. I'm going to go out on the balcony real quick. Yeah, so this is unit 1505 in Tower 1. Right across there is the other part of Ocean Oak. This is the central area, and you can see the beach from here, as well as the pool. Nice tree-covered area, and that building kind of in the middle right there, I believe is the restaurant. I don't know if they've got anything else like hot tub here. Google seems to think they might. Their website doesn't really say, so we're gonna have to go and do some exploring in a little bit. As you can see with views of the beach here, we've got beach access. It looks like right there is the walkway and right out to the beach. So this isn't too bad, really. So I'm getting the feeling already that in some ways this Ocean Oak is gonna fit kind of similarly to my feeling about Ocean Enclave, which is the room itself is really kind of fancy. The area is pretty nice. You have kind of direct beach access. But in terms of like actually staying at the resort, it's kind of a pain in the ass. The parking isn't plentiful, I'll say that. I believe there's a parking charge. They didn't really tell me how much it was. They just said there would be a nightly fee. And, there was hardly any parking. And this is in the off season. This is, middle of February. So I don't know where the heck you park if you come down here and it's busier. In comparison to the place I stayed at last time, I was down in Hilton Head last year, which was Coral Reef. That's an RCI/Spinnaker resort. It's not as fancy as Hilton Grand Vacations Club, but in some ways I think it was a lot more practical for what at least we're looking for. That one had 2 and 3 bedroom units that you could pick up, and again, kind of end of January into February was kind of the off season, so it could be very inexpensive to moderately inexpensive, just as an extra vacation through RCI. At least last year. I haven't checked again this year, but I certainly will be checking again for next year, I think. But it had lots of parking right next to the units. The units were a few stairs up into the unit, and then it was 2 floors. The 3 bedrooms anyway were kind of even larger, and it was just easier, right, to get things in and out. You didn't need a luggage cart. You didn't have to kind of fight for parking. The downside was, of course, you weren't right on the beach. You did have to get in your car and drive like 5 minutes to a parking lot near the beach, but that was incredibly easy. I commented on that in, I think, my first video for this channel, kind of the first place that we reviewed. And I'd like to go back and do kind of a more improved review like I've been doing more recently, more things about that place. But anyway, like I've said before, I'm not sure that the Hilton Grand Vacations, at least in South Carolina, are really worth the money. Again, like I said, the units are very nice. Just look at the decor, look at the design, artwork, kind of everything. And then here's the balcony, look right out on the beach, see the ocean. So if you want to sit kind of on your balcony and see the ocean, and that's like the main thing you're going to do at the resort, so far Ocean Oak, thumbs up. You can do that. Same for Ocean Enclave, in fact, in Myrtle Beach. However, if you're looking for other things like steam rooms, saunas, maybe even a hot tub, ease of access with a bunch of stuff, like when you go to a timeshare, you tend to have more luggage. You're there for a whole week. You tend to bring food or cooking things, etc., than you would in a hotel. The hotel kind of take the elevator, go down the hallway, etc., is harder to do and is not as convenient. So anyway, I'm gonna have some more clips hopefully here soon of the rest of the resort. We're gonna go look at their main pool and see how it is, and we'll go from there. Okay, so this is the central area of Ocean Oak, where they have some of the pools, I guess a barbecue, and their little restaurant and store thing, but it's only open like 10 to 6, which is a little limiting. And then eventually you get to an access to the beach. So we're going to check that out too in a little bit. But tree area, 2 grills for a little grilling area. Walk over there so you look at the pool a little bit. Well, thanks to them playing music outdoors, I had to cut out the audio for copyright reasons here to post this on YouTube. But as we go over here by the pool, we see some of the grilling area that they have. They actually had a couple of these in the place, and I suppose if you wanted to do grilling outside, you could come use these. We did see that these seem to be Viking grills, which I guess is pretty fancy. We generally don't use gas grills, so can't really give you any more information than that. Nice little area, especially now in the off season. There wouldn't be any competition to use them if you wanted to. And then here's one of the smaller, or this is the smaller pool, in fact, here. The other side of the eating place, and then kind of seating area and the Ocean Oak Resort. And then over here is supposedly the path to the beach access. And this is the beach access path, as I said. As you can tell, it's really not that far to just kind of walk around the main large pool and hot tub area. We did find a hot tub there, but nothing else. And this will get you out to the beach area. And this is primarily why you would come to Ocean Oak. As I said before, it's easy to walk out here and get right to the beach. And again, especially now, like in February, there's just really almost no competition. It's pretty easy to get out and set up how you want to. So again, this is a good location for beach access. And that's pretty much it. Some kind of a walkway. Can't see anything here. It's a water thing for washing off your feet. Some rocking chairs. Oh, and I think I found behind the pool where the hot tub is. So they do have some people in the hot tub. We found some more hammocks. More regular hammocks here. Quite large. I think you could get 2 people in these hammocks if you were very careful about it. More trees. More of the resort. And then, yeah, we got some Adirondack rocking chairs. I don't know if I mentioned that before. Pretty nice. And then, yeah, this is the walk out to the beach. And some kind of a, I don't know, like a boardwalk thing there. Go to a nearby resort. Jellyfish have been seen in this area. Be careful. Okay. The second floor, activity and fitness center. The activity center looks like a lot of places you can sit and a foosball table. They also have a bathroom. I'm not really sure what activities people do here. This must be where they set up things that is, scheduled, as opposed to just come up and play games or something. They do have an ATM up here. And they've got another restroom. And this is the fitness center. Unfortunately, no sauna or steam room, but they do have weights and treadmills and ellipticals. And a business center. which I might keep in mind if I need it. No easy access to power, just on the table. Just okay. Okay, so here I set up in the actual master bedroom a little working station at Ocean Oak, and this is helpful. I just stole a chair from the kitchen and then use this bedside table where there's a nice power plug right down here, so I can just plug in my laptop, set the light there for light, close the curtains so I don't have streaming light coming in like blinding me or screwing up my Zoom camera. And I set this up so I don't have to take over the entire kitchen when there's other people here. Many other locations there's no useful way in the bedroom or whatever to really set up. This is actually kind of nice that I've managed to be able to do this. There's enough room in here. So this is another way you could set up for working here at Ocean Oak. Or of course you could set up like I showed earlier at the kitchen table. They also have a bit of a business office, which I think I showed you, or a business center, but it didn't have any useful like power plugs there, and it didn't even have like a closing door, so I think you'd have a lot of noise from people coming in and out lower down, but the noise would come up that kind of open stairwell. So it's not as well set up, but it was interesting to see that Ocean Oak did in fact have like a business center. Most timeshares don't seem to have that. So all in all, this is kind of heading in the right direction for those of us who are doing kind of remote work. And so that's about it for the amenities of the resort here at Ocean Oak and what you can expect if you're coming here to vacation or to remote work or something else. This hopefully helps you figure things out. Thinking about this, it's again one of those situations where I'm left weighing a couple different things. Like, one of the things that was surprising to me is, well, it does have a restaurant and a market. They're only open 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., and the marketplace was incredibly disappointing. I've seen much better marketplaces at a Hampton Inn. So I just don't know how useful those are to people, or those hours. I mean, a restaurant closing at like 6 p.m.? Okay. And then, overall, though, it depends on what you're going to a resort for. And I have to say, at least objectively in my mind, it's hard for me to go and say that this was a bad resort. It wasn't necessarily exactly what I would want, but it was nice, it was a good location, and so overall I had to give it an 8.5 out of 10 on the Tug score. And you can go there and read the rest of my review, but you got the gist of it here. This is kind of the last video directly related to the resort. This is the beach. It's about a 5-minute walk through their beach access, and we weren't really rushing. So you could probably get here faster if you were directly going to the beach from the resort. Otherwise, the other thing I'll be showing you is one of the nature preserves that is near Hilton Head Island, the Pinckney Nature Preserve. And that will be kind of finishing out this video as one of the things you can do other than just restaurants in the area if you're staying at Ocean Oak or really anywhere on Hilton Head. So here are a couple of images I got from the entranceway, kind of right after you park and start walking in to the nature park, the Pinckney Nature Preserve. And these are just all of these kind of white and some dark colored birds with the long beaks. I'm not sure. I think these might be ibises. Pinckney Nature Reserve, Nature Preserve. Pinckney one on the island here, just off of Hilton Head. This is the entranceway. It's a little tricky to figure out if you don't come here all the time because the parking lot doesn't have obvious signs. You got to kind of loop around. And then you get here, and I always think, why do they close the road over there? Because I would just keep driving. Like,
they did that at one of the other places.
Yeah, I know. But I knew it was happening here. That's why I said you got to walk like a mile to get to the place. You go down this path, and you start to get into the preserve. And I'll just intersperse a couple more of the pictures that I got here on the way. So this is, I would say maybe 2/3 of the way to Ibis Pond. Along the walkway, we've seen some wildlife and a couple of birds. And just in a little copse of trees, got my long lens on here to get birds, the 200 to 800 millimeter. And we got some kind of bush here. It's got red berries on it, a whole bunch of Spanish moss coming out on the trees. And yeah, we're gonna keep hiking. When we get to Ibis Pond, hopefully I'll get some good pictures of some other more interesting wildlife too. And then these pictures are all the wildlife that we saw around the first Ibis Pond at the Pinckney Wildlife Preserve. Alligator kind of hiding there, a couple different birds. One of these birds, I again think they cranes or something in a tree. I'm not a birder, so I'm just screwing this up, I know. Some turtles that we thought were pretty cool, including one coming up here at the end that's just kind of entirely covered in algae or something. It's almost like it's camouflaged. Yeah, right here. So anyway, this is some of the pictures I got.
Yeah. Real wildlife happening. I tried to talk to the one over there, but James thought I couldn't. You can talk to him.
This is the Ibis Pond.
Hey, buddy, what are you doing? Right. Come
It's like 70 out. It's nice compared to the ice storm where we live.